So hello everyone, welcome to my another video. So today's topic of discussion is MSAFP. So what is this MSAFP actually? It is maternal serum alpha fetoprotein. So what does this mean? It is actually one of the antenatal markers for the screening test. And what does this MSAFP tells us about? This MSAFP test tells us about the possible entities, that is neural tube diseases like sacral agenesis or spina bifida, etc., or the abdominal tube diseases. Okay, so today we'll be studying about this, the antenatal marker called maternal serum alpha fetoprotein, that is MSAFP. So in general you might say that increased level of MSAFP directly indicates diseases like NTDs, neural tube diseases like spina bifida, and decreased level of MSAFP is directly linked to Down syndrome, that is chromosomal trisomy. So yeah, that's correct, that's 100% correct, but today we'll be looking in detail about all the consequences. So let's start our discussion. So the source of MSAFP, that is maternal serum alpha fetoprotein, is from yolk sac, liver and the GIT of fetus. So let's talk about the highest levels. So in fetal serum, the highest level is attained around 13 weeks. In amniotic fluid, it is around 13 weeks, same. And in case of maternal serum, it is around 28 to 32 weeks. Though the alpha fetoprotein starts coming earlier, but the highest level is attained at that time between 28 to 32 weeks in case of maternal serum. So please have a note of it. So the test is done between 15 to 20 weeks. And why? Why is it so? Because the Indian law allows to terminate the pregnancy only till 20 weeks. So the test should be done before abortions, that is between 15 to 20 weeks. Okay, see, I have mentioned it over here that so all the tests should be done before the 20 weeks, and I have already highlighted it over here too, 20 weeks. You have to remember that the test should be done between 15 to 20 weeks. And why is it so? Because the Indian law allows to terminate the pregnancy only till 20 weeks. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now the highest MSAFP values of 2.5 multiples of median, that is mom, is taken as a cutoff. And you have to remember this cutoff. This is very important from the exam point of view. So I repeat that the highest MSAFP values of 2.5 multiples of median is taken as a cutoff. So please have a note of it. So what happens is that actually the MSAFP, maternal serum alpha fetoprotein, is secreted by the fetus in urine, and through the placental circulation it reaches the maternal circulation, and after 13 weeks the level starts rising up. So the tests are done around 15 weeks, and we already looked at that point. That test is done between 15 to 20 weeks. And why is it so? Because the MSAFP is secreted by the fetus in urine, and through the placental circulation it reaches the maternal circulation, and after 13 weeks the levels start up rising. Okay, so the tests are done around 15 weeks, so to find out the levels which are either elevated or decreased. So now we will see about the physiological conditions if there is elevated levels of MSAFP. So talking about the physiological conditions: multifetal gestation, low birth weight baby and decreased maternal weight. I repeat, multifetal gestation, low birth weight baby and decreased maternal weight. Pathological conditions where there is elevated levels of MSAFP. Please listen it carefully, that it is seen in cases of NTDs like spina bifida, caudal regression and sacral agenesis. Then abdominal wall defects in the form of omphalocyl, gastroischis, etc. In case of congenital skin defects, in cystic hygroma, in liver necrosis and artesia or obstruction of esophagus or intestine. So please have a note of it. Then further it is continued. The next point, that is extropy of cloaca, infection with B19 parvoviruses, etc. In all these conditions, there will be raised levels of MSAFP, starting from NTDs, liver necrosis, extropy of cloaca, etc. In all these conditions, there will be raised levels of MSAFP. Okay, I hope you are able to connect to the points. Now we will see the conditions where there are low levels of MSAFP. So there are conditions like gestational trophoblastic diseases, blighted ovum, chromosomal trisomy, that is Down syndrome. The fourth point, increased maternal weight and overestimated gestational age. I hope these points are clear. So we already looked at the points of elevated MSAFP levels, both the physiological as well as pathological conditions. Then we looked into the conditions where there are low levels of MSAFP. So a question arises that what should be the diagnosis if low levels of MSAFP are there. So what happens is that if low levels of MSAFP are detected, then we should go for level 1 ultrasound scan, because level 1 ultrasound scan can rule out the errors like that of the blighted ovum, etc. And in the ultrasound we can see the baby alive. Okay, so if the baby is normal, we need to know about the trisomy condition. So for that we need to go for amniocentesis. You know that, right? So after amniocentesis we'll send it for karyotyping. And in case of abnormal karyotyping, if trisomy is seen, then termination is the only procedure, only solution over there. And in case if there is no chromosomal defect, that is normal condition, normal karyotyping, and the MSAFP levels are less than 0.25, then there are chances of spontaneous abortion or choriocarcinomas, isn't it? Since there is low levels of MSAFP, so there are some chances of spontaneous abortions if there is normal karyotyping seen. I hope this was helpful to you, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel, The Encephalonian.